Welcome everyone to Meow's Rescue Virtual Adoptions. Glad to have you with us. I just want to say that today is going to be generally a same day, same kind of event that we've had in the past couple of weeks. We have the same 4 kitties. These kitties really do need to have a family home. They're ready to be adopted. They just need their forever home. So if you are looking for a kitty, we even have a kitty with us that is best would be a best kitty as a companion for one of your own cats. He's a little leery of people, but he is really good with other kitties. So if you are looking for a companion kitty for one of your kitties, stick around. I'm going to show you those kitties here in just a minute. So first off, I want to show you, let's see, let's bring up Luna. Luna is a kitty that we've had on here the last couple of weeks. Let me get Luna's information. You can check out the video there. Luna is a male. I'm sorry, Luna is a female. I take that back. And she was born on 5/27/2019. So she's just under a year old. Her MRQ number is Z6-19-1. So let me bring up Luna's information so I can see it here. And here we go. So Luna is a domestic short hair, brown tabby. She is beautiful and a bit shy. She with love, she is slowly coming out of her shell. This is information that I received from her foster. So I don't know this kitty personally, but this is what the foster tells me about her. She prefers to sit nearby when family members gather, and she follows her foster mom around during the day. She's very playful with other cats. So here's this kitty that I was telling you that would be best a companion kitty for another kitty that you have. She's very playful with other cats and loves to chase and play with the other 2 cats in her foster home. But she would prefer to be a companion kitty for another kitty and would be happiest with a family with other cats, obviously. No small children, because small children tend to have very quick movements, and that tends to scare her. But her family will need to be very patient and understanding and let her come out at her own time. Now, I had a foster kitty of my own at one time that was extremely shy. It took about 6 months, and he finally came around and started sitting with me and being near me and wanting to be held and touched and loved and picked up. So just because she's a little shy of people right now does not mean that that is going to be the way she will be forever. Just patience and love and understanding, and kitties do come around. So, they need to learn to trust, and they need to know that you're safe and you're not going to hurt them, and you're their provider and their caretaker, and, that you love them, and they generally will come around. So if you are interested in Luna, you'll see at the bottom of the screen there, we have our office phone number, which is 714-997-0868. What you'll want to do first, before you call our office, the first thing you want to do is go to our website there in the bottom right-hand corner, meowzresq.org/virtual-adoptions. What you'll find on that page is our application, our adoption application, in 2 different formats. You'll find it as a Word document. You'll also find it as a PDF file. You can download either one of those, fill it out. You'll email it to meowzresq@gmail.com. And once you do that, then call our office, because we want you to have your application sitting on our office, on the desk at the office. Even if you're not interested in Luna, but you're looking for a kitty, go ahead and fill out our application. Even if you find another kitty somewhere else, if you see a kitty with us and you're interested in it, we already have your application, so you're already way ahead of the ball game. So first thing you want to do is fill out that application, get it sent in. Then you're going to call our office, and you'll leave a message. And what will happen is the ladies in the office, they'll go through those messages and first one first, and they'll call people back and talk to you, and you'll need to leave some information. And please speak slowly, speak clearly. Unlike me, who is having a problem with language today, what you'll need to leave is your name, your phone number. You'll want to leave a name of the kitty that you're interested in if you know the MRQ number. And Luna's MRQ number is Z6-19-1. Also leave just a short snippet of where you saw that kitty at. So I saw that kitty on Virtual Adoptions. I saw it at an event. I saw it online at Pet Finder, wherever you saw that kitty at, just so we have an idea of where people are seeing our ads and, calling our office from there. So let's see. I have a couple other pictures here of Luna. Let me bring those up really quick. There's some more pictures of her. So again, Luna would be happiest with a family that does not have any small kids, a family that is willing to be very understanding of her situation, understanding that she is a little shy of people. If you have another kitty that hey, I'm not home very often, I'd really like for my baby to have a friend, Luna would be that kitty to be your kitty's friend. So, and again, she's not necessarily going to be people shy forever, as long as you are caring and understanding, and let her come out at her own speed, her own pace. She's going to be a great kitty, and I think she will come around eventually and, be a really good kitty that will sit next to you. Okay, so the next kitty I'm going to bring up is Victor. Victor actually lives in the same house with Luna, so they are buddies. They play together. And let me bring up Victor's information so I can tell you a little bit about him. So Victor is a male. His MRQ number is Solo 2-20-26. That word solo is part of the MRQ number, so please make sure that you include that. He was born on 7/3/2019, so he is about, 8 months old, 10 months old, I guess? Yeah. So 10 months old. He is a domestic short hair, what we consider a brown and white tabby. Very cool about Victor, he is microchipped, so that is something you don't have to worry about. It's already there. He's also had his rabies vaccination. Now, MeoowzResQ does not normally give rabies vaccines to every kitty that comes in. Most of the kitties that come into our organization are very, very tiny. That's something we don't want to give to a kitten that's super, super tiny. Also, we tend to feel that with rabies vaccines, there hasn't been a rabies incident within cats in California in something like 25, 30, 40 years. So there's a very long period of time where there hasn't been rabies within the feline line in many, many, many years. So we're kind of thinking, is it because everybody's vaccinating them? Probably not. Is it because it's just, the kitties that we have are strictly indoor kitties, so they shouldn't be going outside anyway. So they're less likely to be exposed to hazards that would give them rabies. So other animals, the feces, stuff like that. I mentioned they are strictly indoor kitties, so we don't want you letting them outside to go play in the backyard or hang out while you're at work outside. Even if you have a super large fenced-in area, cats are what I call parkour experts. They can jump and leap and bang, and they can get over a 2-story fence easily. Not only are we concerned about them getting out of your yard, we are also concerned about coyotes getting into your yard. People do, I have had arguments with people who don't believe that coyotes are a big problem in Orange County specifically, but I can guarantee that coyotes are in your neighborhood. They're in every neighborhood. They are urbanized. They are not afraid to be around people, and they are not afraid to come near your house. Hi, baby. So I have with me right here my own kitty, and let's Let's say hello to Caesar. Hi. This is one of my babies. He's a rescue kitty. I rescued him in Philadelphia. He's about 9 years old, so he's one of my babies. Hi. I see you. Okay, I'm working, buddy. Give me a second. So forgive me if I'm sitting here petting him. He's going to demand love. So bear with me. I see you, buddy. So again, Victor, we were talking about coyotes. So coyotes in Orange County, they are urbanized. They do, sorry, coyotes in Orange County are going to come into your area, into your neighborhood. We've had reports of coyotes actually going through doggy doors into people's homes and getting hold of their animals. So if you have doggy doors, please, please, please be very, very careful. Be aware of the situations at all times. I've heard a situation where a man opened his front door to get a package, and his kitty ran out the front door. And right there in front of him, a coyote was going by, snatched up his kitty. Kitty is gone. So it's always important that you're very aware of where your animals are at all times. It's not just about cats, it's small dogs too. Make sure you're aware. Make sure you're always looking down when you're opening your door, because you are their last line of defense for safety. They don't know that they're not supposed to run outside and run out the door. That they see outside, and sometimes that's where they want to go. My cats, I've trained them very, very carefully so that they do not run out my front door when I open it. They will come up to the edge and look out, but I am still very careful about making sure that they are not near the door when I do open it. So please be aware. Keep your kitties safe. Keep your dogs safe. Keep all your animals safe. Just be aware there is a coyote situation in Orange County. There's a website. I'm going to have to find the website link for you, but it shows all the encounters, not just sightings, but physical encounters or interactions with these animals in Orange County, and it shows you a map. It's actually a pretty cool site. So next time I'll see if I can't hunt that down and get that so that you can see it. I'll put it on our links page so it's available. Okay, so let's all go ahead and move on to the next kitty. The next kitty I have listed here is Gomez. Gomez, oh, he is such a cool cat. Let's see. Let's go see what it says about Gomez. Okay, so the next two kitties are siblings. They are males. They're both males. One is named Gomez. The other kitty is named Tempura. We're talking about Gomez first. Gomez is a male. They were both born on August 13th, 2019. So they are they're still under a year old. What, about 8-9 months? Stop. So they're about 8-9 months old, and both male. Gomez's MRQ number is G1-20-2. So make sure that when you call our office, phone number there at the bottom of the screen, 714-997-0868. Call our office. You're going to leave a message. That message needs to include, excuse me, that message needs to include your name, your phone number, the kitty's name, the MRQ number if you know it, and just mention where you saw that kitty at. That way we have a much better idea of where people are looking to find these kitties. Now let's see what the foster says about Gomez. So about 9 months old. Let's see. Gomez is a domestic short-haired tuxedo. Tuxedos are kitties that generally have that kind of masked look on their face, and then they have a chest piece that is generally very, very white. A lot of times, most tuxedos, or I don't want to say most tuxedos, but tuxedos are colored usually black. You can get gray tuxedos, you can get tabby tuxedos, all different kinds. Black tuxedos, they're gorgeous kitties. Anyhow, he is a very sweet and crazy boy. He is a total lap cat and lives for all the attention and love he can get. He loves getting back scratches a lot. He is also very playful. He loves playing with whatever toy you give him, but his favorite toys seem to be the ones that he can steal from the dog. So it sounds like this foster has a dog, and Gomez gets along with the dog very, very well, loves to steal the toys. He gets along with dogs as long as they are small like him. So if you have big dogs like a husky, Gomez is probably not your kitty. If you have small dogs like a Chihuahua, Dachshund, Doxy. Anyhow, small dogs, Gomez is probably going to be okay with them. He does love exploring every nook and cranny. He's very adventurous. He likes kids as well and can play with them all day long if he had the chance. Gomez would be happiest with lots of attention and plenty of playmates. So if you have a house full of kids and you know, even if they're small kids, Gomez will, you know, he's a kitty that's old enough that he knows when he can run away. You know, the babies, they don't know that they can get away from small kids that are torturing them. But Gomez is old enough that he can run. He knows he can get away if he's annoyed by something. But it sounds like he likes playing with kids, likes playing with other cats, gets along great with a dog as long as the dogs are small. So if you are interested in Gomez, please go to our website, the bottom website, MeoowzResQ.org/virtual-adoptions. Please download our application in either Word format or PDF form. Download it, fill it out. You're going to email it to MeoowzResQ@gmail.com. Once you send in the application, then you want to make a phone call to our office, 714-997-0868. You'll call our office, you'll leave a message, your name, your phone number, you'll say Gomez, and then you make sure you leave his MRQ number, G1-20-2, and that you saw him on virtual adoptions. And then somebody will call you back. You should get a call back within 24 hours. Occasionally, you know, lately it may be a little bit longer because we have been getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of applications. So give our office a call. Gomez, there he is, gorgeous cat, lots of playtime, lots of play friends, loves to be a center of attention, it looks like. Okay, let's go check out Gomez's brother, Tempura. Again, we saw Tempura last week. Tempura MRQ number is G1-20-7, male. Date of birth is 8/13/2019. This is a sibling of Gomez, so they're from the same mama, same litter, almost 9 months old, domestic short hair, an orange and white kitty. So let me talk to you a little bit about Tempura. He is a very shy boy, but once he warms up to you and he gets to know you, he's an absolute sweetheart. This is information again from the foster. He's very adventurous. He loves staring out windows and picking up on everything he sees move. So he sees movement, it attracts his attention, and he watches it. Here at my house, we call our windows kitty TV. So cats love watching the window, love looking out windows. If you have a chance to put a cat tree in front of a window, the cats would love it. So if you've got that opportunity, absolutely do it. You won't regret it. Let's see what else he says here. The foster mom says, Tempura is very affectionate and oddly enough actually enjoys getting his belly scratched. Simple note here. Most cats do not like to have their belly scratched. When they roll over and they present their belly, it usually means, scratch my belly, let me scratch you. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Cats are not like dogs in that manner. So if you have a dog that rolls over, presents its belly, it's usually saying, I trust you, give my belly some love, and you know, you're all good to go. Cats are not, they don't think like that. They generally say, let me trick you into touching me, and then I'm going to scratch you. But it sounds like Tempura loves to have his belly scratched. Some kitties do. He's super playful, and his favorite toys are, oddly enough, Q-tips. So if you have Q-tips in your house, Tempura is your kitty. He loves playing fetch with them. Most cats are not dog types, dog-like, and sounds like Tempura likes to play fetch. He also really enjoys catnip a lot. He does not get along with dogs, so even if it's a small dog, again, his brother Gomez does get along with the dog that the foster has. Tempura does not. So I'm guessing that Tempura gets startled easily. So a dog is probably not going to be a good thing. So it says here they tend to scare him, but is very good with kids as long as they are gentle with him. So as long as the kids are gentle and, probably a family with older kids would be better for Tempura. Tempura would be happiest with a family who has older children. I just said that. Or a family who will give him plenty of playtime. His new family will need to be patient and understanding and let Tempura learn to trust them, and he'll come out on his own. Most kitties really enjoy having other kitties around. So if you have a chance to have more than one kitty, if you only have one cat, yes, they're bonding with you. Yes, they are your family pet. But when you're not there, they can get bored and lonely, just like a person can. So, and you don't generally speak kitty. So, kitties like, other kitties so that they have a buddy. It keeps them from being bored by themselves. So if you ever have the opportunity to have more than one kitty, and you can, I would do it. I would highly recommend it. When I talk to people at our adoption events, face to face, people ask me a lot of times, would I recommend them getting 2 kitties versus just getting 1 kitty? Especially for people who have never had cats before, and you're only looking for a single cat. I'm going to tell you right now, I highly recommend you get an older kitty if you're looking for just 1 kitty. And I'm not talking years older. I'm talking just maybe a few months older, 6, 8, 9, 10 months older. We have a much better idea whether or not they are kitties that are okay by themselves. And, the younger the kitties are, the more they need to have a buddy. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at adoptions, when you're calling our office. These kitties that I've shown you here today, these are all kitties that could be by themselves. The first one I showed you, Luna, would be best as a companion kitty for another cat. She will come around on her own. However, you need to be patient with her and just make sure that, she does have a buddy to spend her time with. All the other 3 kitties, Victor, Gomez, and Tempura, would be fine as single cats. However, like I said, they've all been around cats as fosters, in the foster homes. So they've been around other kitties. They're used to that. And, you can't be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, okay, right now, during the COVID-19 lockdown and situation, you possibly could be there for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you're going to have to go shopping at some point to get more food. So, you're going to leave kitties at home by themselves from time to time. And it's important that they do have a buddy because, they get lonely too. Let me talk a little bit about some of our success stories because we haven't really mentioned any of them much lately. So let me bring that up right now. So I put together a few, we sent out some flyers last year that mentioned some of our success stories. I have, I think, 3 or 4 of them here today. And then I put another one together for this year that mentions a few kitties. So I want to bring them up right now, let you know some of the things that we have done for kitties in our area. The first one I'm going to bring up is Antonio. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Antonio. So you may not be able to read that, so I'm going to read that out for us, read that out loud for everybody so you can see it. Let me see if I can find it first. There it is. And Antonio. So Antonio, let's see. This is in 2019. We had received a phone call at 6:45 p.m. Normally, our office is closed that late. Most veterinarians are closed. Um, at one evening, from a panicked foster who was taking care of a mama kitty and her kittens. And a baby gate that she had in her house that was keeping them safe from other animals in the house had fallen on one of the 3-week-old kittens, and that kitten was Antonio, and he was bleeding from the mouth. We immediately called one of our partnered veterinary hospitals that was about to close, and thankfully they agreed to stay open until the kitten could be dropped off to evaluate him and see if they could save him. Everyone involved thought that the kitten would have to be euthanized due to the injury, the size and the age of the kitten. His jaw had been degloved, meaning that the skin from the jaw was torn apart. It was torn away from the jaw. Thankfully, he did not have to be euthanized. The vet thought that he could sew the skin back to the jaw with tiny, tiny, tiny sutures, and then he would need to be tube fed just to make sure that he didn't rupture those sutures in his mouth until his mouth was healed. The surgery it worked well, and his foster mom tube fed him for several weeks. His jaw healed, and he started eating on his own, and he grew strong and healthy. And then he was adopted to a loving home with his brother, one of his brothers that he was raised in the foster home with. And thanks to the skilled veterinarian and the bottle feeder, Antonio's life was saved, and he is living a long, happy, healthy life with a wonderful family. You'll see the family there in the bottom corner with the 2 brothers. That is one of our success stories. That is what we are all about, is we are about going out there, and accidents happen. They happen all the time. And you can't predict it. You can't, prevent them. All you can do is react and do the best you can. I do know that a lot of places would not have tried to save Antonio. Considering the age and the size of the kitten, 3 weeks old, that's tiny. That's teeny. That's a baby. That's not even a pound. That's probably maybe 4 ounces of kitten. It's incredible that baby was saved. So let's move along to the next kitties. Okay, you are going to be amazed by this story. This is a story of 3 brothers. So here's their page. We call it the Blind Boys. And why do we call them the Blind Boys? Because I'm just going to read it. They were found by a Good Samaritan at 5 weeks old with eyes severely infected and covered in pus. They were frail, malnourished, and could barely stand on their own. Once they were syringe fed and their eyes were cleaned up, they were taken to their first vet appointment. The vet said that they all had a birth defect that caused deformed eyelids, which caused their eyes to rupture. They required immediate surgery despite their tiny size to clean up the infections in their eyes and try to save their eyes if it could be done. The 2 tiniest kittens were Wolfie and Teeny, and unfortunately I'm not sure which of these kitties we're looking at in the pictures. The 2 tiniest kittens, Wolfie and Teeny, had so much damage their eyesight could not be saved, and they were totally blind. So what probably happened is their eyes were removed, and then the eyes were possibly sewn shut just to prevent bacteria and infection from getting into the sockets. Orion had one eye that they were able to save, and his other eye had to be removed. Jazz was lucky enough that both eyes could be saved, although he was partially blind in one eye. After the surgery and time in a loving foster home, they were able to get strong and healthy. At 3 months old, they were ready for adoption, and they all found perfect forever homes with loving families. Teeny and Orion were even adopted together. So that is another amazing story of kittens that came, they came to us with a genetic defect. And, we don't turn our backs on things like that just because it's hard. We take them in, we look them over the best we can, and we evaluate, every medical situation we look at it and say, is it possible to save this kitty? And if it is, we do whatever it takes to make that happen. Let me move on to the next success story. That is going to be Mr. Phoenix. And there we go. And Phoenix was picked up by animal control after being attacked by a dog. He had several puncture wounds in addition to a badly fractured front leg and a hernia. And we were asked to take the kitty, as all they were able to do was to put a cast on the affected leg. We were told that if we did not take him, he would be euthanized, as the surgery and recovery was too intensive for animal control to handle. He immediately went to the vet, where he underwent surgery to repair the hernia. His leg, unfortunately, was not able to be saved, and it had to be amputated. And then he had a long recovery at the vet hospital. But he was a staff favorite, and he spent time sitting in the swing near the girls in the office while they enjoyed their lunch. And he is the sweetest cat. Despite everything he's been through, he learned how to walk again, and he's been strong and healthy. He was an office favorite and keep the staff company while he was recovering. He won the hearts of a young couple at his very first adoption event, and they adopted him, and I'm sure they are spoiling him rotten. So thankfully, this is a fairy tale ending to a very, very rough start. Those pictures are just absolutely, it breaks your heart to see a kitty go through pain and go through problems. But it also makes your heart just swell, just seeing a cat that had such trauma, thrive and, get healthy and recover. And, I've seen kitties that have eyes removed. I've seen kittens that have a leg amputated, their tails amputated, all sorts of reasons why, they would, dislike people, or, reasons why they would look at people and go, you hurt me, I don't want to be around you. And yet they are the sweetest and most loving kitties. And, a lot of times, even with these items missing, the eye or a leg, they don't know that they're any different from any other cat. 3 legs, whatever, that's just the way it is. They don't know that they're missing a leg. They don't know that their eye is gone, that life was any different. So they don't look bad on life, and, we shouldn't either. So, take a lesson, learn a lesson from kitties, and, whatever life throws at you, you can persevere, you can succeed, hang in there. It just takes a little time. So the last kitty I want to show you here from 2019 is Sunny D. Let me see if I can bring up Sunny D's information. There we go. Some pictures on the side. Sunny D was rescued by Riverside Animal Control to see if we could help save a young cat that was hit by a car. And as a result, he had a broken femur on one side and a fractured femoral head on the other. He was going to need extensive surgery and physical therapy. And so we picked him up and transported him to one of our vet hospitals, where he underwent immediate surgery. He had one leg amputated, and pins were placed in the other leg in the hopes that he would be able to learn to walk on it again. And he stayed in the hospital for a few weeks, the vet hospital, and he did learn how to walk again. When he had to go through daily physical therapy, there was a vet tech there named Abe, and Abe fell in love with him, decided to take Sunny D home and to continue his daily physical therapy. It's always awesome when a vet tech adopts or takes in one of our kitties, because we know that those kitties, regardless of what's going on, we know those kitties are going to be well taken care of. They're going to be watched by somebody. It's like, it's like being a kid and your mom's a doctor. How can you get sick if your mom's a doctor? You can't get too sick if your mom's a doctor. She's there to take care of you and watch you. And that's the way it is when we see a vet tech taking in one of our kitties. It turns out that Abe and his wife and their 11-year-old daughter fell in love with Sunny D, and they adopted him. So Sunny D is now living like the king that we always knew he was. and that's pretty awesome. So I mean, you can't get better than that. So the last little flyer that I wanted to show you, and I just need to switch it over here, talks about a couple of kitties named Petey, and the other one's name's Dexter. Petey is a fluffy orange tabby who was rescued from Downey Animal Care and Control. He had a fractured humerus bone. That's that long bone between the elbow and the shoulder. So that's the bone that's way up here. Way up here between your shoulder and your elbow. It's your humerus bone. Funny. Okay, not that funny. Anyway, he had fractured it. This was going to require surgery to wire the bones back together. He did make it through the surgery just fine. He's a bundle of energy. He ends up running around, playing with everything, curious about everything. He likes to cuddle, and he's always close. He prefers to be close to you all the time. So that's little Petey, and you see there in the picture how they've got the sutures in the shoulder area. So that's a kitty that's going to have a scar, but you know what? It's a war wound. He's came out of and survived from. The other kitty there on the other side is Dexter on the right hand side. Dexter was 3 months old when he was rescued from OC Animal Care with 2 broken legs that needed medical attention. He needed to have a femoral head ostectomy, which is FHO, which is the removal of the head and neck of the femur to prevent, to help prevent pain. He's doing great but he has a slight limp. Let's see, he's into cuddling into your neck and purring, and he's now able to hold his own when he plays with his siblings, and he's enjoying life to the fullest. So I believe both of those kitties were adopted already. But those, again, 2 super success stories, injuries that, a lot of times injuries at that age for kitties, those small, possibly never would have, been saved if it hadn't been for rescue groups like MeoowzResQ stepping in, taking them over, and, giving them a chance, to heal and to thrive. So talking there in the middle, that middle section there talks about our bottle babies and our fosters. Let me just read this out loud. It's really, really cool. Bottle babies are kittens orphaned or unable to nurse from their mom. Many of our dedicated fosters are trained to take these precious souls and look after their every need. They require feeding every few hours, then encouragement to eliminate waste, and the tiny bodies must be kept warm at all costs. These devoted foster moms are ever vigilant for medical problems, goopy eyes, or changes in behavior in each baby under her care. They are on hand 24/7 to administer medicine or rush a kitten to a vet when necessary. The kittens are raised in family homes and are given love, security, nourishment, individual attention, and are socialized with people and other animals to give the kitten the best possible chance at getting adopted. MeoowzResQ provides every foster with all the supplies needed to raise a kitten from just a few days old until it is adoption ready at around 2.5 months. The foster only needs to supply a safe and loving home. We feel that our foster program is the best in the business. Our fosters are our backbone, and we couldn't save as many kittens as we do without them. So to all of our fosters out there, thank you for everything you do. To the bottle feeders, you are an incredible group of people that I couldn't do what you do. You're needed around the clock for the babies that you foster. So thank you for all of the love and attention that you give the babies that you care for. You'll see there at the bottom of that flyer, if you go to MeoowzResQ.networkforgood.com, is a place where you can donate to MeoowzResQ to help us supply our fosters with all the supplies that they get. I mean, we supply them with litter and food and toys and litter boxes and, medicine and carriers and anything they need. We will supply to our fosters, to our permanent fosters. So they don't, even if you are just moved to the area and you never owned a cat before in your life and you want to foster, give her office a call. 714-997-0868. We do have a foster form you can fill out, and we will help you with all the supplies that you need if you want to become a permanent foster with us. Okay, let me see, what else do I have on here? Let me show you the website really quick so you can see exactly what you're going to be looking at when you do go to our website. You'll see here, this is MeoowzResQ.org/virtual-adoption. So this is the page that you'll see when you go to that link there at the bottom. If you go here, if you go to our front page, MeoowzResQ.org, go to the word adopt. The first link under adopt says virtual adoptions. That will bring you to this page. Right there is the YouTube channel. I'm hoping that once we reach 100 subscribers, I can change that link to mean something, to be something more like youtube.com/channel/MeoowzResQ instead of all these letters and jumble of letters. But right now, until I reach those 100 subscribers, which reminds me, go hit subscribe, please. Once we reach that, magic number 100, then I can change that to be a much more meaningful URL. You'll see here in the middle of the page is our adoption applications in the Word format and PDF version. Download it. It explains. Download the application in one of the formats. And once completed, please send it to meowzresq@gmail.com. Something I did not talk about is right here is our adoption fee guide. So as a general rule, and this can change without notice, the office does have the right to, reserves that right to change those adoption fees as needed. If you are adopting an exotic breed, and we consider things like Siamese cats, Russian blues, ragdolls, Maine Coons, Sphinx, any of those kinds of cats, those are considered exotic. A Norwegian forest cat, Siberians, anything that we can actually attribute to a very specific breed, we kind of look at that as an exotic breed, and people want those desperately. And supply and demand means that we do ask a little bit more for them, just sometimes to help cover the costs of raising them from when they were babies. Those exotic breeds, the adoption fee that we ask for them is $200. That does cover the spay-neuter. It covers vaccination. It covers, the FBRCP vaccination. It covers a flea treatment. We also make sure that they have been given deworming medication. So we make sure all of those things are given to every one of our kitties. So those are things you do not have to worry about. Occasionally, some kitties, depending on the shelters that they come from, some kitties are microchipped. Some kitties do have vaccination, rabies vaccines. We do not give them to all of our kitties based on, just statistics show that it's counterproductive to give like the rabies vaccine to the kitties when we don't let them out. And if you take them, if you're going to go on a plane with your kitty or travel with your kitty across country, it is smart. It is smart and ideal and recommended that you do vaccinate them rabies vaccine, because if they get away from you, you want to make sure that they are as protected as they possibly can. So let me keep moving on. $200 exotic breeds. If the kitty is under a year old, so the baby's 10 months old, $175. If they're over a year old, we ask $150. Again, every kitty that comes from us is fixed, spayed or neutered, does come with its FBRCP vaccination. It's given deworming medication, and it's given flea treatment. So that's the adoption fee guide. It may adjust a little bit here and there. We do take credit or debit cards, and we take cash. If you do run with a credit or debit card, there is an extra $5 because we are charged for every transaction that we have to submit. So there's the adoption fee guide. You're welcome to call our office if you have questions about that, or if there's a problem, then call our office, talk to them. They might be able to help you out with a situation. The next thing there on that page is it says want to help. These are just links to other things that if you're not able to adopt a kitty, but you still want to help MeoowzResQ out, most people order things from Amazon. I know I do quite a bit. You'll see there's a link here, Amazon Smile. If you use Amazon Smile, which is, I believe, smile.amazon.com, instead of going to amazon.com, go to smile.amazon.com. You can set up your account there, and you can actually say, I want, my donation, which doesn't come out of your side of things. It's pennies that the stores and the product, the people that make the products, they will submit pennies to be donated to an organization. So when you buy something, say you go and buy golf clubs and they cost $100, they may say, okay, $3 will be donated because you bought these golf clubs. So you choose a donation location. So in this case, if you choose MeoowzResQ, MeoowzResQ gets that $3. That's not exactly how it works. There's, I'm sure, all sorts of algorithms and things that they use to determine how much money is given to organizations. But based on the amount that you purchase, a portion percentage is donated to organizations. So, the more people that we have out there saying, I'm going to help MeoowzResQ, if, setting up my smile.amazon.com account to point to them, and, we get 100 people, setting up their smile.amazon account to point to MeoowzResQ, we could be getting $100, thousands of dollars every month. So, and again, it doesn't come out of your pocket. It's just same thing with Ralph's. I have this on my Ralph's account. You can basically go into your Ralph's account. Here in Southern California, Ralph's is a grocery store. A lot of people shop there. It's they have usually a lot of great deals, but it's just a regular grocery store. When you go and shop there, again, a small portion of your the amount that you spend is appropriated to donations, and you can set it to go to whatever organization that signs up as a partner with Ralph's, and MeoowzResQ is one of them. So a couple of different ways there to help MeoowzResQ out if you are interested. If you've never been to Chewy.com, you can go to Chewy.com and actually say, I want to support MeoowzResQ, and then if you go there through this link and you put an order in, MeoowzResQ gets a $40, $20, something like that, for every person that uses our link and orders from me and from Chewy.com for the first time. So basically it's a way for us to send business their way, and then they kind of thank us with donations back. So give any of those links a try. We're always grateful. Anything that you are able to give to help us out is really, really appreciated. The next thing and the last thing on the page there you'll see is the donate now through Network for Good, and donate through PayPal. Network for Good is an amazing program that allows us to track our donations easily. It allows us to get back in touch with people who have donated. So if you haven't had a chance and you want to donate, try going through the Network for Good program. It's really cool. I've been using it. We've been using it, I guess. MeoowzResQ's using it now for about a year and a half, and it's really helped us generate a lot of donations, and helped us pay for our new office that we moved into last year. So give that a chance. It also allows you, as the user or as the person that's donating, it allows you to keep track of the amounts that you donate out. So if you ever need a receipt for your taxes and stuff at the end of the year, this is a great program to do donations through. If you are not interested in that, that's okay. You can donate through PayPal. PayPal. You do not have to have just a PayPal account. You can have a credit or debit card. Any of the major cards will work. Just hit that donate via PayPal donate button, and it will take you to the PayPal address. And then from there, you can choose to do it through PayPal account or through a debit or credit card. Donating through Network for Good, you can use a credit card there as well. So just letting you know. Let's see what else I might have here. Let's see. I did show you. Let me see. Okay, just going over it one more quick time. If you are interested in one of our kitties, anywhere, whether it's on Craigslist or Network for, I'm sorry, if it's on Craigslist or Adopt a Pet or Pet Finder, one of these virtual adoptions at one of our adoption events, I don't know, you hear from it through smoke signals. If you are interested in one of our kitties, please go to our website. Let me see. Let me clear this screen so that you can see what's going on here. Please go to our website and download one of our applications, fill it out, send it into our office, MeoowzResQ@gmail.com. And then what you'll want to do is call our office, 714-997-0868. Leave a name, a phone number. Make sure you leave the name of the kitty you're interested in and the MRQ number if you happen to know it. And just let them know where you saw the kitty at, and they will get back to you as quickly as possible. Something to keep in mind, if you are going to the office, first thing is you want to make sure is that you have an appointment set up. And if you do have an appointment, make sure you are on time, because these girls, they are setting appointments to keep people from running into each other, to try and keep everyone as safe as possible during the COVID-19 crisis. We want to make sure that you're safe as well as our girls in the office. So when you do go to the office, don't bring your kids. One adult is more than enough. You're just going to either pick up a kitty or drop a kitty off. One adult, please wear a mask. Be safe. Keep our girls safe. Wear a mask. Wear gloves if you have them. Show up on time. And that's pretty much all I got to say. So if you're going to go to the office, the girls will give you the information. They'll call you. They'll help you make the arrangements of picking the kitties up. And and if you're going to pick your kitty up, bring a carrier that's going to be big enough for that kitten to stand up and turn around. So if you have to go and buy a carrier, make sure that that carrier is big enough for the size your kitten is going to be. Not for the size he is right now. Most cats roughly run 12 to 14 pounds on average, 10 to 14, maybe somewhere around there. So make sure your carrier is big enough for the kitty, for the size the kitty is going to be, because your cat, he may be a kitten right now, but in a year he's going to be a cat. He is going to be full grown in a year. So make sure that you are prepared for that, and you don't have to go out and buy another carrier because your cat's now too small or too big for the carrier you got. Any questions, feel free to send email to MeoowzResQ at gmail.com. Feel free to call our office, 714-997-0868. If you have any questions, we always have people that are available to help you out. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for coming. If you've not had the chance yet, please subscribe. Check out some of the videos that I put up there on the channel. And keep chasing that red lot. Bye.